It sure has, and we've seen great tennis. The key now is each individual player playing really well to help their team, and to do that, they need to manage the rules. Specifically, having one serve. I'd like to see people hit more underhand serves if they struggle with one serve, as well as the coaches using their substitutions. We also have timeouts, knowing when to play those to change momentums.
Yeah, we'll see how they can manage it tonight. We've had a couple arcs already leading into this. We've seen some good stuff, but coming up, we got the Rips and the Outriders. So let's start off with the Outriders.
The Outriders lost a heartbreaker, buzzer beater, first arc of the season, and they played a lot better last week. I'm especially looking at Sofia Cabezas. She has the most points won in the entire league, especially using that slice, using a heavy forehand, and not being afraid to get to the net.
And then on the other side of the net, the Rips. They're looking for their first win of the season.
Well, Rips just has outstanding doubles players, but Noah Schachter has raised his level a lot, so I'm really looking at him tonight. He's been a force, especially last arc, so I hope he continues raising it and using that momentum.
Yeah, and then a lot's going to come down to the doubles for them, right? They got a lot of great doubles players on paper, but can they actually perform tonight and step up for their team in a big moment? We'll see when we come back.
Welcome to Intense Arena
at the beautiful Assembly Studios.
It's time for you
to experience the greatness that is Intense.
But first things first.
Forget everything you know about regular tennis.
Because Intense is built different.
Faster pace,
bigger energy,
with teams battling it out from start to finish.
You want to know the rules?
Well, we got your rules right here.
So let's break it down for you.
To start, every team has 8 pros.
4 men,
4 women, and a coach leading the charge. An Intense match is called an arc, and you can think of it like one giant team showdown. Every arc is made up of 10-minute periods called bolts.
And there are 7 bolts in every arc.
Each arc has bolts of men's singles, women's singles, doubles, and mixed doubles.
All stacked together in one running team score. So even if one bolt ends,
the pressure doesn't.
Every point carries over until the final buzzer.
Now for the serving rules. That's where things get wild.
1 toss, 1 serve, miss it, and the point's gone.
There's also a 14-second shot clock between points, and play is at the server's pace.
So turn your back, you might get burned.
No waiting around, no resetting the vibe, and yes, we do play lets.
The only thing that can slow the pace down are the timeouts.
And there are rolling substitutions, so if a player needs to catch their breath,
or if a coach wants to change up the strategy, there are substitutions.
Scoring is simple. You win a rally, that's 1 point.
Blast the clean winner, that's 2 points.
The scores from every bolt are added up along the way, and the team with the highest score at the end of the last bolt wins the arc and the cash.
And now the most important part of Intense, you, the super loud fans. You will never get shushed.
First of all, that's rude.
That's rude. That's rude.
Second of all,
we want you to act like actual sports fans.
And we want all the volume when it comes to supporting your favorite team, like Ridge.
The Outriders. Like the Altitude. Like the Smash. Like the Rips.
Fortune.
Freeze.
Inferno.
Sting.
Like Team Rise.
Or if you want to cheer against your rivals,
we're here for it.
Bring it on.
So now you know the Intense rules.
But the only way to experience Intense is to see it in action. So let's get this arc started.
And it's almost showtime here at the Intense Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. In the middle of week 3. And Maria, we got the Rips versus the Outriders coming up. Let's take a look at the Rips lineup.
Coach Tori Hawkins has the combination of Bolsova and Martin, just unbelievable doubles players. Noah Schachter playing a lot better on the singles court as well. So they have a very strong team, and they're looking to get their first win of the season, as well as the Outriders with Amy O'Connell. Great coach. She has Cabezas and Joao Ciolin. And Cabezas just has played so well, and she's put so many points up, more than anybody in this entire league. And so I hope that Amy O'Connell really puts her in tonight, plays that maximum time, and she gets some points on the board starting out very early.
Yeah, I think for the Rips, they just need somebody to step up. We know the talent that they have, but no one has really played great. When you look at every team that's won this year, at least one player has had a positive plus-minus of 20. We'll see if somebody can do it for the Rips, but we'll find out in a little bit. First, let's get down to the third member of our team, Kelly Kroll, who's with the Outriders coach right now.
Thanks a lot. Coach O'Connell, arc number 3 for you guys. Where do you feel like you've made the most improvement as a team since week 1?
I feel like this team has worked really hard on their preparation every week, you know, depending on who we're playing. I think they're ready, they're prepared, and they've really come together as a group, so I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
We can't either, and Sofia Cabezas has done such a great job for you guys all season, but with women's singles starting tonight, what is it that you like best about the way she sets the tone for your group?
Yeah, she really does set the tone. She does a great job of mixing things up, but she's a very fiery player, and I love the way she comes out of the gate ready to play, so hopefully we'll have a good start and get that momentum going for the Outriders right away.
We certainly love how you come wardrobe prepared every night, and we've added the vest this evening, so every win, can there be more that's added to this, you think?
I'm not going to promise that, but, you know, they said it was my lucky hat, so I couldn't change the hat tonight. So.
We like it. Well, best of luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks.
Guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We'll also send it down now to Walker Allen, who's going to be officiating tonight's matchup with the coin toss to get things started.
Players, please step forward. Home team Outriders, visiting team Rips. Please make the call. Heads or tails?
Tails, please.
Tails was called. It is tails.
Receive.
Rips will receive.
Showtime now with the Rips electing to receive. Sofia Cabezas for the Outriders on the near side. Aliona Bosova on the far side. Both the #1 picks for their respective teams on the female side. They'll be ready to get things rolling. Bosova bouncing, bringing that energy. Cabezas, though, racking up over 100 points for her teams already this season. So they're going to ready to get things going. We have 2 10-minute women's singles bolts, followed by men's singles, and then all 3 doubles formats to finish it off. 70 minutes of total play, and we get started.
And I'm just so interested to see how these ladies are going to start in the singles. We have very doubles-heavy teams here. We have one team on the Rips that just have the resume of doubles, but then the Outriders have had the wins in doubles. And so I think the singles is so important in hopefully getting a big lead for one team or the other before it comes down to the doubles.
Cabezas coming out with a clear strategy of trying to play a little bit more consistent. Not accelerating as much as she used to, so trying to work through some nerves. As Bosova, she's putting a lot of balls in play. Cabezas going to bring her into the net, approach down the line, and the first +2 of the night for the Rips.
And both Cabezas and Bosova have a lot of variety in their games, which makes them both such tricky and such good players. So it's an interesting matchup, and we see Bosova trying to serve and volley, trying to have more variety than Cabezas right out the gates here.
Interesting to see the serve and volley early. That's probably the first one she's done in singles all season. Cabezas is going to go out wide, try to set up the backhand cross court, but Bosova's in control. Unforced there. Outriders down 1-4. Hopefully they're going to try tonight to knock it down as these buzzer beaters. A tough one week 1, come back week 2, and they win it within the last 2 minutes. They're going to try to have a little bit more of a relaxing night, get off to a good start with shots like that by their superstar, Sofia Cabezas.
And Sofia Cabezas has consistently been playing really, really well. Where Aliona had an awesome arc the first night, but last week didn't really play as well as she wanted to, and we saw the disappointment in her. And so far, she's already coming out yelling, "Come on," from the very beginning, and we see how fired up she is.
Good backhand. Teams loving that. I think they understand that this is important for them to go down 0-3. Is going to be making it really difficult to get into the playoff standings. So very important start. Only 1 serve and 1 toss at Intense, so she hits that off the net and goes wide. Rips 5-3. That's Cabezas' biggest serve so far. So she's starting to settle in. The acceleration wasn't there to get started. Starting to loosen up a little bit more. Bosova's still going to be the more offensive player of the 2.
Especially on that forehand side. Aliona loves to go for that inside out specifically, which we saw there. She didn't make it there, but Cabezas actually really prefers that forehand cross and then using that slice on the backhand side. So it's really going to be about who pulls the trigger first.
Stepping inside the court, could have flattened out a little bit more. Cabezas still in the point. Soft ball for Bosova to step in, but the off-pace threw her off.
And that higher ball on the backhand is always tough. Very smart of Cabezas to use that. It's off pace, like you said. It's uncomfortable to hit, and it's uncomfortable to create pace off of that.
off-pace shot to neutralize the point. Throws Bosova all the way back. Yeah, Cabezas +2, sneaking into the net.
And what a sneak in. I didn't even see her moving in because she hit such a great heavy ball. So good from her, and good from her to not let that really drop. She took it so early. Maybe a little bit of luck there. It was almost too good to be true.
And Bosova trying to accelerate a little bit more, which is what you'd want to see against somebody like Cabezas. That there's a lot more of a counter puncher. Bosova will look to take some offense, just hasn't connected. Outriders now with a 3-point lead. That's going to be Bosova's second fault of the night. Under 6 minutes remaining, still another women's vault after this. Rips looking for their first win of the season. This is a big moment to try to generate some momentum after they've had some time to adjust and get used to the rules at Intense. Bosova going heavy forehand to Cabezas' backhand, but she handles it so well.
And Cabezas is pretty even on both sides. I say she's extremely solid on that backhand. She likes to attack the forehand there, but she doesn't miss too much on that backhand. The key is Aliona doing exactly what she just did there, working the point with her forehand before she really steps in and stings.
Goes over, Cabezas in, missed opportunity, point for the Rips. She's going to go quick serve before Cabezas gets ready. You do not have to wait for the returner here. Cabezas goes for the winner. Now misses, and the score is tied up. We see a substitution. Interesting time for a substitution. Bosova's starting to play a little bit better, but I think this goes into coaches. They're coming out with more clear strategies on how to manage lineups within the rules.
Absolutely, and that's from playing a couple arcs, but also I'm hoping that they're watching a lot and learning from other players. I think there's always opportunity to learn from wins and from losses, especially from losses, really. And I'm just noticing, even though she overhit that, I think Bosova and Mueller are coming out and actually trying to hit bigger and playing more aggressive and a little bit more free. I like to see that.
I'm not. It's interesting you guys are talking about that, JY, with the coaches in the format and when to substitute, which it looks like Coach O'Connell's going to do right now. But part of her each and every arc right now with how well Cabezas has been playing is she wants to try and keep her with 4 or 5 minutes for the second bolt. So that's what she's kind of watching right now. But also if you've got the hot hand out there, right, you want to keep her out there, keep the points coming in. So it is an interesting balance. But this draft pick, if you will, for Cabezas, guys, the tie-in there, O'Connell, of course, played at Tennessee and keeps up with the Tennessee program. So she goes, I've had my eye on Sophia for a very long time. And she called around the other SEC coaches and knew this was someone she wanted to have.
Well, she's been very happy getting some great performances. That teamwork right there has definitely brought out the best in Cabezas. And Zoe Hammond now is going to come in. And one of the things you brought up, Kelly, was trying to save her for the final 4 minutes for Cabezas. And a lot of that is because we have a 12-minute max rule in singles. So players in singles can only play 12 total minutes. There's 20 minutes of total play there. So Coach O'Connell has to manage how these players play in that time limit.
Well, and compared to traditional tennis, you don't get much break here, especially if you're playing with only 14 seconds in between points. If you're playing for 10 minutes straight, it gets exhausting. So it's also interesting to see the way that the coaches manage the fatigue of the players.
15-12 outriders. An important thing for Hammond tonight is going to be her serve. She has a 30% fault rate this season. When she puts balls in play, she's very successful for her team. But the serve has just been letting her down. We'll see if she's been able to find a good rhythm in practice as she gets into the intense format. Trying to use that lefty-heavy forehand to Mueller's backhand, but she takes it on the rise. Mueller trying to find more aggressiveness, but Hammond's just neutralizing extremely well. And Mueller's going to take a seat. Bosova's going to be coming back in.
Looks like Bosova probably got her breath as well. I'm interested in this matchup, too, of that heavy lefty forehand high to the Bosova backhand. I think that's where she's going to hurt her the most. So I hope she uses that and tries to sneak in, because she does love coming to the net.
Good aggressive forehand by Bosova. trying to step inside the court, just isn't locating it to the outer thirds enough. She was in good position, but just hasn't executed. Something that let her down last week. Forehand wasn't there. It is a great shot of hers, but she finds it. She's going to be a dominant player. She's not there quite yet.
And there's that Zoe Hammond fault, and I think it's because she pulls down a little bit on that serve. I'd like her to stay up just a little bit more, especially since she has that height.
Good forehand right off the back line. Point for the Rips. Down by 1. Final minute and a half remaining. Trying to generate some momentum going into the second women's singles bowl. That won't happen with the serve toss that goes so far forward. Hammond to serve. Good slice serve into the body backhand. Hammond redirects back down the line, misses wide. Bolsova asking for the ball, wants to try to get some extra points here. Much better serve this time. Hammond with the unforced error, 40 seconds remaining.
And Bolsova seems to be feeling really good with stepping into that backhand and taking it early.
There's that forehand she was looking for. +2 for the Rips, and they take the lead by 1.
Playing really quick there, did not let the clock run out whatsoever. She's going to take this one early too.
Bolsova playing some good tennis. Best of the night, up 2. Going to be the final point of the first women's singles bowl. Cabezas back in. Toss goes a little too far forward again, and then that's going to generate a fault. Frustration from Bolsova, and Cabezas is going to say, let's just take this and move on to the sideline. But what did you think about that first bowl?
Really solid from everyone, from all the players. We saw 1 substitution on each side, 2 players, 1 substitution, and I think everyone actually showed up and played really well. I'm assuming we're going to see the same thing again, change up between Bolsova and Mueller, Cabezas and Hammond, just changing it out and seeing different paces and different balls. But I like where we're headed tonight, and I'm excited to see more after the break.
Not the drawing.
Oh, Jesus.
My kids draw better than me.
It's not my forte.
I'm a bad artist.
Oh, man.
Wait, who is Sting? Guitar player, right? I could draw guitar. You want me to draw biceps too? Got a stinger on his head.
I'm already messing up here. I didn't know what rise meant. Ta-da! A snowflake.
It's gonna take like an hour.
That's a bad tennis ball.
Gotta be mountains. Mountain with a racket on it. There we go.
It's supposed to be a mountain.
Can you get that vibe, or?
Are you erasing that already?
Yeah. I hope some of my teammates did a better job, so I can buy something with their logo on it.
Welcome back inside the Intense Arena. Outriders have a 20-19 lead, only by 1. Been a lot of back and forth, but Bolsova's been the one that's been picking it up. 17 points for her team tonight. Played 7 of her 12 minutes. And started playing much better towards that end of that first bolt. Second women's singles bolt be coming back up. She won't be able to play the entire 10 minutes here as she'll hit that 12-minute max. We'll see how Coach Hawkins is going to manage the rest of the lineup to get through that and help them have a lead as they try to find their first win of the season.
And something that I admire so much about Aliona Bolsova is that she is never necessarily pleased. She wants to play better and better, and we even see it on her face there. She's not messing around whatsoever, and I'm all about smiling, but it's cool to see that she's just so determined and really talking to Coach Tori and just ready to just play even better and better. That's so awesome to see.
Stop! Samantha Alizea is going to start off the second bolt. Cabezas with the drop shot, going to bring her in. Alizea is going to get there. Volley back. Oh, bummer, missed that opportunity, but a good first point to get her started at least. We see great reach, had the opening, just slightly jammed her. Things are moving fast. Cabezas will give her the point back.
Alessia is such a great doubles player, and I want to see her use that on the singles court because you can benefit so much from that and just being confident moving into the net. But we've seen from her just too many unforced errors and just overplaying, just like that. I want to see her have bigger targets. Maybe she's a little unwarm right now, but just try and step in and use that power that she has at the net.
With aggressive players, sometimes when they just try to put balls in play, they decelerate on their shots. He has so much offense. That's good acceleration by Cabezas. Comes into the net. Forehand volley back behind her, +2.
And playing behind a girl that is definitely taller is so beneficial. I myself am tall, and I struggled a lot when people hit behind me because I wasn't able to change direction quite as fast. We have another substitution here. We got Buzgaru playing for the first time this season, JY.
First time she's going to get in here. See how she's going to handle it. That first serve fault is going to definitely help her get a little bit of point, calm her nerves a little bit. Let's see how this serve goes. Are going to defend. It's going to go just wide, and that's where Alessia is going to be your best. You know, the more nervous you are, it's trying to accelerate more, hit it. It's trying to be too smooth. A lot of times I watch her play, and I think you're only hitting at 60–50%. There's so much more in you. Stop playing so careful. Trust yourself. I think she has beautiful technique. It just needs to let it out and trust herself.
And just play bigger targets, and it's okay to sometimes even play down the middle. Serve body, return down the middle, rip down the middle, because she has that potential.
There's a good kick serve, but goes into the strike zone of Buzgaru. Buzgaru, one of the best Tunisian players coming out of that country, did a good job playing and representing her country in multiple international competitions. Going to try to create some good tennis for the Outriders, and that'll help. +2 on the lead for the Outriders, 26-24. Those are the ones. Just, it looks like a clean swing, but doesn't accelerate fast enough to get that ball to drop.
And I think it's leg use too. It's almost like she stands up too quickly and then pulls off of it, and she just doesn't get that power, but also the control.
Smooth shot, opportunity to swing volley, coming forward, +1.
That's exactly what she's looking for. That is by the book for her. I need to see more and more of that from her.
Where sometimes you play your first half decent point like that. That's where you got to give a big command to your team and just let it out, scream it out. Still a little too calm, and you see the nerves are still in there, hits that fault.
Alessia for sure is keeping a lot of emotions in right now, and that sometimes actually harms you. She needs to just, even in anger, she can yell. They can do whatever they want here. Even if she trash talks a little bit or whatever, just light a little fire.
Mishits that one, going to go wide. Bosova asking for the ball quickly. They're down 3. She wants to get her team up top. Hammond now back in. Look at the chess match going on between both teams. This is the matchup that brought Hammond out earlier, where Bosova starting to play well against Hammond. That brought Cabezas back in. We'll see if Hammond will do a better job this time. Certainly looking settled in, but Bosova's controlling the center of the court. Bosova's another one where I just feel like there's more power in there. He's just playing a little too conservative. When you have good technique, you got to let it go and trust it. It's a little bit better, and you see how that ball jumps and makes it difficult to handle for him.
She needs to definitely bring it to that next gear, and she absolutely has it. With the accolades and the resume that she has, she's gotten to the 4th round of the French Open in singles. She knows how to play that level, and I think the nerves are playing in big time here, but she's been on some big stages too.
Much better there. +2 for the rips. Bosova's finding her range one more time tonight. Toss got a little far forward, but she handled it extremely well. We are tied up. Under 5 minutes. Rips searching for their first win. Outriders trying to get 2 in a row. Heavy topspin forehand. Difficult to handle, but Bosova handles it well. Slice to bring her in. Does Bosova come to the net? No, but wins the point regardless. 1 point lead for them.
And JY, here at Intense, we have 5 timeouts per team each arc. Why do you think we haven't seen any yet?
I think both teams are doing just fine. Neither team is playing great. No one needs to stop any momentum. So I think they're fine just waiting and seeing how things go. They're all tied up. We're not seeing bad tennis from anybody. So I think they're comfortable just letting these players play.
And we have talked about how doubles really swings one way or another for these teams. So maybe they are holding off until then in case they need multiple momentum shifts.
Angle drop shot winner. Rips up by 3. Good kick serve. Sofia Cabezas back in, using that schedule that she mentioned to Kelly, trying to get her within 4 minutes. But still, it's going to be a tough one with Bosova's confidence definitely at its high of the night. That toss letting her down. It's brutal right now. That's her 5th.
And she knows it too. She's kind of shadowing that toss, and maybe she's been struggling with it a little bit, and that always carries into matches, especially if there's something you're used to doing. Even if you don't want to do it, it's just muscle memory.
Drop shot brings Bosova back in. Bosova goes back, counter drop shot, but into the net. Cabezas tries to neutralize. Bosova steps in. Slice. Uncomfortable, trying to go down low. Great neutral tennis from Cabezas to keep Bosova from playing offense.
I just love the variety Cabezas has. And in women's tennis, a lot you just see either a grinder or either someone who rips. And it's so good to see that she just is able to change it up. And that is super confusing. And it's hard to problem solve if you're the opponent.
Cabezas back down the line. Gonna drop shot, bring Bosova in wide. The difficult shot to hit from outside of the alley. Wasn't in an offensive position, took the risk, did not pay off.
Cabezas so far has hit every single drop shot on the forehand side and cross court. So if I'm her opponent, I'm always looking if she changes her racket and her grip, and she's gonna hit a drop shot, and I know exactly where to run.
Off the net, Cabezas steps inside the line. Opportunity to come forward. Not there, that's gonna go over. And they've done +2 outriders.
They're gonna argue that she reached over the net here.
I think the follow through went over the net. I don't know if the contact point was over the net. You were
What is the rule for that here at Intense?
You're allowed to follow through. So let's see the contact point. This is not the best angle, but yeah, I think she hit that contact on the right side of the net and she just followed through.
Yeah, I'm with you, JY. Coach Hawkins not happy with that one, but I think it is the correct call, JY. It really doesn't look like she reached over the net.
I mean, for these players to be that, you know how sure you have to be to continue to argue that? You got the referee on the line right there. It's pretty clear Cabezas was in a good spot. I mean, I know they're going to try to generate some frustration here and try to get some energy going, but that was pretty clear.
Well, and especially when you are up here and it's only a 1-point difference, you really have to let that go as quickly as possible.
I think, you know, if you're a coach, you really use that to your advantage here to try to build up some of that frustration, energy, try to lift your team. We've seen coaches do that in a lot of other sports where they use that anger and sometimes fight the ref on purpose. And I think, let's see if it's going to work right now. Alexandra Muller's going to be back in against Cabezas. Muller did not have a great start to the night. We'll see if she can pick it up in these final minute and a half. Rips with a 1-point lead, though.
I can argue, though, JY, that for the Rips being 0-2 on the season, tonight they can't focus on absolutely anything other than tennis. That has to be at the forefront of their minds, and they cannot let any situation or any call sway their focus one way or another. They just have to focus on their tennis.
Great return by Muller. Under a minute. Kick out wide to Cabezas. He's going to miss that return long. Great kick serve again. Muller, probably the most offensive we've seen her play in singles this season so far. But that is tough if Cabezas can neutralize, but too long. 40-37, 3-point lead for the Rips, building some momentum going into men's singles here. Another good kick serve keeps Cabezas back. Cabezas going to try to put Muller on the run. Good job going sideline to sideline. Cabezas comes forward down the line to Hocker, +2. And again, she will ride it out to the side. But they're down one. What do you think about this so far? Cabezas picking it up. Outriders doing well to have a 1-point lead.
Everyone on the Outriders team is playing really well. Zoe Hammond came in and was a lot more consistent than we've seen her be in terms of the way that she's played, but also in terms of the amount of points that she's put on the board. But I just love the way that Cabezas mixes it up and sees the court and goes behind. Let's see what the men have to bring coming up next.
We are headed to the first practice, well, the first practice that I've ever seen of the Outriders, which is very excited. I get to meet the players. I've met a few of them at the draft, but here we go, get to meet the team. Is it weird that I'm kind of nervous? Outriders unite. All right. Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's up, guys? Good to see you, yeah. Good to see you, yeah. It's the effort that counts. Don't focus on the results. That's the process.
Great coaching, huh?
Yeah, right. The important thing is everyone's friends afterwards. I am very impressed with our team. I really like everybody. I see some very winning personalities. Hey, there she is. Here you go. I'm in the way, clearly, so let's get out of here. That was cool. I think I'm gelling with the team.
tonight's arc is fueled by Vita Coco, the exclusive electrolyte beverage partner of Intense. With 3.5 times the electrolytes versus the leading sports drink, Vita Coco helps keep players and fans hydrated through every action-packed match. Welcome back, everybody, inside the Intense Arena. It's week 3, and we have the Outriders versus the Rips. The Rips are trying to get their first win of the season. But on the other side of the net, we got a center-line athletic mic'd-up moment where Joaquin Benoit is trying to help his team out.
This music is just so chill. We need something more exciting for the music. Ah, she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. Ah, hey! Ah, ay, ay, ay! La pelota atrás, la pelota! Ay, ya! Chao, chao, chao! Oh, yeah! I mean, I do it so many times that at some point it works, you know?
Joaquin Benoit trying to get inside there, get inside the heads of the Rips. Rips have 9 faults of the night, so maybe he's on to something. You know, at this week, every time everybody's trying to figure out the right strategies, maybe he found one.
And we're seeing more and more chirping from one team to another, which makes it so much more entertaining. And I think it actually engages all the players a lot more, too, and it makes them play a lot better.
Yeah, and the one who's also playing much better is Eliana Bosoa. She's +9 on the night, doing a really good job for her team. Didn't generate the big lead that they would have liked, but at least she's kept them with a 1-point lead going in. Noah Schachter, like you mentioned earlier in the night, doing a much better job in week 2, coming from -25 to a plus category. He's going to be going up Zhao Xiaolin, who was the hero for the Outriders last week. Zhao Xiaolin to serve on the near side for the Outriders. The Brazilian, he's going to bring that firepower for them when he gets going. He's got a very loose arm that can do everything from anywhere. Noah Schachter is going to be a lot more solid, calm, collected. He's going to work points. But if he can get it going, he can definitely work his way to a great lead.
And Noah Schachter just plays so far behind the baseline, and it helps him hit out more, but he needs to be careful about how quickly he moves into the court as well, so he can look for those 2-pointers.
Schachter from Texas A&M, gonna throw his toss out front. Yeah, Xiaolin doing a good job getting from defense to offense. His legs are really moving the way he's loading and exploding. Good heavy topspin. Schachter defending well. Xiaolin brings him into the net. Counter drop shot, cross court. Xiaolin gets there. Schachter gets it back. +2!
What a point!
Great point by both players, but only one person can win it. Schachter defending well. Xiaolin is fast, but Schachter's even faster. 2-point lead for the Rips.
I thought Xiaolin actually was going to get his hands on that one, and a 4-point swing.
Take a quick look. The Rips are going to try to say that it was a +2.
To me, it looked like an ace.
Couldn't tell. I lost it. Walker Allen trying to work things out with Marshall about what was the actual play and what happened. It was a big serve by Schachter. Now just trying to lock down who hit. If it was a +2 or if it was a +1.
So guys, this is actually going back to the point that was so incredible that we saw. The Rips felt like it was a 2-pointer, and the Outriders felt like Zhao at least got his racket on it. From where you two were sitting, did you feel like he touched it at all? Because right now the Rips feel like they should have had 2 points instead of 1, which naturally then changes where the server would have been serving from. So they're trying to go back and work out all of this right now. But did you see Zhao touch that from your vantage point, JY Maria?
No, we have a clear replay here. Okay. He did not touch, yeah.
And that actually is pretty unfair, in my opinion, if they don't get rewarded the 2-pointer for that, and then also not the 2-pointer for the serve, because that should be 4 points for them.
Well, they do have the replay system that they are allowed to go and look at. Right now, they're just having a lot of discussion, so we don't know if they're looking at. Doesn't look like they're looking at the replay.
He was far from it, though.
Looks like Marshall gave the sign for 2. Walker giving the sign for 4 in a row. This is going to be a big one, especially the rips. If they rips, they get all those 4 points. These are some of the stuff that has not been able to go their way, especially last week, losing a close battle. These are the little things that they need to go their way, also to give them some confidence and some momentum.
I agree. They've definitely had a little bit of bad luck, or even if it wasn't necessarily bad luck, just a lot of little things that have happened that made it kind of not go their way. So I can understand how it's getting frustrating.
He went with the side that the scoreboard says it's on. I'm trying to figure out how we don't get those 2 points. It didn't show us 2. That's why we went on that side. And then he has the ace on the side. What I saw, time never stopped. We're just trying to get it right. We feel like we were robbed earlier. Now we were robbed off of not 1 but 2 2-pointers. You got to understand where I'm coming from. It just looks like we're getting the shaft not once, not twice, but 3 times. Tell me how I'm seeing it different.
You gave me off for 41. If you think it's a touch, 40 to 40. That would be 41 to 40. You served on deuce. It's the bottom side. He put the score up at 42-40 because they were misled. Okay, but because replay the point, then because it's a replay. Replay the point. Let's make the call and let's go.
All right, let's see what they're going to say here.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
It's 41-40. We have to replay that point.
41-40.
He misled you with a score. I never signaled 2. I never signaled 2. He put in the wrong score.
Hit a 2-pointer when you have 1 point on the board.
He has to replay. He's asking you to replay the serve point.
Okay, then I have at least 3 points. He missed 1 and I hit a winner.
It was 1 point. I never gave a 2-point call. I saw the ball deviate.
You never gave a 2-pointer.
And it was 1 point that he served from the wrong side.
But no, but it's not your fault for serving the wrong side. It's he put the wrong score on the board, so we have to redo that point. I'm sorry.
Redo it? Wait, what point are we redoing?
The serve.
41 hits our serve 41-40.
This is going to be tough, I think, for the rips.
Okay, so
I think for the rips right now, too, it's just the momentum because they had 2 winners like that coming off to start that men's singles ball. That's what they needed. This is going to be deflating. Even if they get it on the scoreboard, we don't know what they're going to decide. But I think right now they're using up a lot of mental energy. And this is just the momentum that they could have been building. They're going to lose out on.
Well, and nothing to do with outriders.
And then he's saying it's either wrong side or the different serve. What I want to do is keep momentum going.
Marshall, you can.
Either way, we're up 41. Hey. We can't let this deframe you. He's already saying he didn't stop the clock. If you serve, it's the wrong side. You follow what I'm saying? So it's going back on their serve. So let's take the 41, use it. Come on.
So
41-40, our serve. Yes, sir. 41-40. Let's go, Shaq. Let's go.
Well, the one thing that we're trying to figure out here, which I wonder if this is the case, we won't be able to find out until later, is did he serve on the wrong side? And that's why I don't understand exactly how we got here, because Shakhtar still got the serve, so I don't know why they would have taken points off the board. I mean, Kelly, did you find out a little bit more there?
It's exactly what you're saying. They felt like the rips. They got the 2-pointer, so they went back to the same side to serve and then got the ace, right?
So I don't want to hear that the
4 points.
We deal with that all the time. He got 1 point and then he went to the wrong side.
So he was serving from the wrong side had he just gotten the 1 point, is what the Outriders want to claim.
Who's serving?
41-40 rips to serve. Replay the last point.
So I can't remember what side he had to play on, but I mean, I think it starts on, I think the rips were actually right. They're going to start to play here again. And Shakhtar for the rips on the far side with Zhao Sholin on the near side. So First, it should have been a winner, according to the replay.
Correct.
Which then means it would have been a 42-40. Whenever you have an even score, you still play on the deuce side.
Correct.
Then he served on the deuce side, got a +2. It should have been 44-40. So even that 41, they missed that it was a winner. I think if they review that, they see it's a +2. Shakhtar then did serve on the right side, and they had never stopped the score before. So we'll see if the Rips can put this behind. That's not going to help. Fortunately, he gets there as +1. But it could have been 44-40. Instead, now it's 42-41 for the Outriders. You know, when you're 0-2 and something like this happens, it's really easy to get negative inside your head. This is a really difficult task for Coach Hawkins to manage. And the Outriders, they're going to try to take advantage of this, but this is not going to be an easy few minutes. Noah Shakhtar's going to have to really stay focused.
Well, and I wanted to say earlier, before we listened in, nothing against the Outriders, but I do really think that the Rips are right here. Yeah. They rightfully deserve to get 4 points there because there was a clear difference in between his racket and the ball to get 2 points, and then he would have served on the correct side, and he did serve on the correct side, but they just didn't determine if it was a winner or not. So I hope for their sake they can bounce back here, but it's got to be tough to be Noah Shakhtar right now.
Yeah, Outriders on the near side, 44-42. Jao Xiaolin starting to pick up his game. Serve and volley, goes volley back the other way. Beautiful +2. And I think the important thing to note is, like, look, nothing is ever perfect in sports. So things like this happen, and you just have to deal with it. And we'll see as the Rips call a timeout, and we have to listen into how they handle this.
Count of the ref, we got to find a way to move it around. We had good energy going into that. What we're not going to do is let that turnaround hurt our energy and hurt our commitment to what we came here to do. All right? We cannot let it. We got to move on. All right? Keep it moving, period. I want to let you stand there and let you work some of this out, but I need you to understand we are already 2 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got this and you're playing good. Let's not let them beat us now. Now they've already hooked us. Now, best we can do is use it as tackling fuel and keep it moving. Let's go. Come on, big fella. Let's go. Heavy deep. Let's go, Noah. Come on.
I love that coaching. That's exactly what he needs to hear. We did see Noah Shakhtar just so upset, and rightfully so again, but they have nothing that they can do about it. He was playing phenomenal tennis before this whole debacle happened, so he needs to get back to that mindset of how he got to playing that tennis and just try and find it again.
That's a good forehand return. Good acceleration by Shakhtar. Starting from a little bit farther back, but Xiaolin's going to put him into the backhand corner. Xiaolin working the inside in. Shakhtar trying to hang in there, stay neutral at least, but Xiaolin is just moving side to side. There we go. Shakhtar missed an opportunity. He was inside the court, but backed up. Great rally. Xiaolin drop shot into the net. Point Rips.
And that's where I want to see Noah Shakhtar really fire it up and just regain that energy. But you know what? If you're the Outriders, you have to fight for that at the end of the day. So you don't want to give anything up easily. And if it's not crystal clear, I would have fought for it too. So they really did nothing wrong either.
46-44. 6 minutes remaining in this first of 2 10-minute men's singles bolts. All 3 doubles formats coming up after women's singles started the night, and it was a close one. After those 2, it was only a 1-point lead for the Rips. Xiaolin stretches Shakhtar out wide. This is a big night for the Rips. Outriders as well, but it's going to be tough to come back from an 0-3 start to the season. Outriders trying to go to 2-1. Good jumping kick. But Shakhtar handled it well, and Corey Craig from Florida State University is going to see his first action of the night. Xiaolin's going to take a seat. Unlimited substitutions at Intense, so coaches are having to learn how to manage all these players and when to come in. Good serve out wide, volley winner. The big one for the Rips, tying it up. Look at the way he closes, really fast, good recognition, and the soft touch.
He really moves in very quickly, so I want to see him using that more and more and more. I like that forehand where he's trying to get that angle and open up the court for himself. Just bring it in just a little bit. Corey Craig's going to use his lefty serve, try and get him off the court, make him uncomfortable. Shakhtar playing with different spins now.
Well, Corey just presents a completely different matchup. He takes his time working points, uses heavy topspin. He wears you down over time, and then he makes you lose your patience. But when you can step in forward like that and hit a winner, nothing Corey Craig can do. Rips now have a 1-point lead after everything they've been through, showing some great resiliency.
And how good is it going to feel if they do get through this and they do win? It's going to feel even sweeter. So I hope that they, even though they don't want to be thinking about the result, at least know that it'll be worth it.
Hector just off the front foot, couldn't find his balance into the net.
Isaac Nordy in now, trying to get a different ball to Corey Craig. Great point though by Craig, just really working it, using his lefty forehand, that angle, and then opening it up.
Isaac Nordy getting his first action of the season from Ghana. He's going to be one of the more flashier, dynamic, explosive players. He's got a one-handed backhand. If somebody can spark a team, it's definitely him. He plays with a lot of energy and very loose, hitting forehands like that. If he can connect, he's going to be the spark moving forward. Generated a good opportunity, smiling as he knows what he missed. 52-49 Outriders.
And just the energy that he brings to, and we see that smile, and that's from having played Davis Cup and experiencing the team atmosphere, and I'm sure that he really loves it.
Craig, this is what's difficult when you have somebody that relies so much on their offense and explosiveness, and the ball keeps coming back and back and back. It's tough because you're redlining it all the way through, but you can only maintain it there for so long. And you see Nordy there, quick unforced error, and steady Eddie Craig there, 54-49. Good deep forehands, preventing Nordy from playing offense. Look at Craig trying to play some offense and flattening it out. That's not his usual game, and I think this is a really smart matchup change. With how far back Corey Craig plays, to have a serving volleyer like Martin, this is a really good strategy. But look at how Corey adjusts. That's just genius play, and that's what gave him a 24-1 record his freshman year at Boston University. Understood the matchup in front of him, so he goes close to return and does not allow Martin to get close to the net.
Super smart, especially going for the feet there on Fabrice Martin. Obviously a tall player and just an unbelievably accomplished doubles player who will every single time serve and volley. So finding the feet, Corey Craig understood the assignment.
That's just too good of a serve. Didn't matter where Craig was standing. Final minute and a half here of this first men's singles bolt. Gonna serve and volley one more time. Craig spins it, cross-court winner.
What a way to find angles there. We have Isaac Nordy back in, and he was actually playing quite well. He was using pace really, really well, really flattening it out. He has almost an Eastern grip.
Good volley off the line. Craig will get there, only +1, but good start as he comes back in. Xiao Shoulin's going to take the space of Corey Craig. Final minute, going to be very important as they go into the break here. Beautiful one-handed backhand, just missed it long. Shaolin so quick to bring the energy right away. 59-53. Outriders, 6-point lead. Rips did a great job at some controversial call to get into the lead. But Nordy's just not giving up too many unforced errors.
And the problem that he can face with having such an Eastern grip really close to continental is that he's not able to get under and over the ball that quickly. So if a ball is coming fast at him, there's not a lot he can do other than chip, but that's not really working either.
Chip into the bottom of the net. 8-point lead for the Outriders. Going to be our final point here as we take a quick break before the second men's singles bolt. Good serve out wide, and he's going to miss that long. Charlene having fun playing a few games as he let that ball go over his racket. And it's going to be a 9-point lead for the Outriders. Maria, what do you think about that first men's singles bolt?
Well, I like the way that the Rips forgot and bounced back from the whole little situation that happened. And unfortunately, they are a little bit down in score right now. It's not a position they want to be in, but Outriders are just doing their job, and that's what they came here to do, and that's why they have played really well this season. I hope that the Rips can pick it up more and more, especially in this next men's singles bolt, and then also in the doubles, but let's see more after this break.
Welcome back as we're getting ready for our fourth bolt of the night. But as these men are getting ready to take the court again, make sure you scan that QR code. This is a great time to get your 2026 merch. You can also go to www.intense.com. 10 new teams this year, which means a lot of new gear for you guys to get. Make sure you get the one that you can support your team with. Rips are coming up right now. Outriders as well. They got that beautiful maroon. Prefer a little bit of garnet is the better color, which you got. Oh, we call that a little garnet as well. I didn't know you were a Florida State Seminole.
Well, apparently I'm an Outrider too, because I'm
that's right.
Dressed just like them.
Yeah.
But no, I would like to state that I'm not a Florida State Seminole. I would never, JY.
Josh Charlene, he is from University of Texas San Antonio. Noah Schachter is an Aggie, but Schachter and his team are down 9 right now. Schachter has been playing for 5.5 minutes so far, so he can play a lot of time before he hits his 12-minute limit. What do you think the Outriders can do here to try to pin the Rips down?
After review, this new score will be 54-62. We have awarded an additional point to Rips.
Okay, so.
Interesting.
What they did right there, they went back after the break. You can't do that at Intense. They reviewed the rule. They gave Schachter 1 extra point back because it was a winner, and they finally gave him the 2. So it's tough because that was a very big momentum shift. They still get the point, but the momentum was really what matters. It's amazing in sports just what you can do as you can hit some great shots like that and build some momentum. The emotion, the confidence of what you feel to try to ride that, so important. That'll help them a little bit. They're down 6.
And maybe that just helps ease him just a little bit to know, like, okay, I wasn't fighting for nothing.
Everybody needs words of affirmation, right?
I do, that's for sure.
Good slice coming in. Schachter's not going to let him have much out of that. Passing shot straight into the net. The second men's singles bolt, only 1 serve and 1 toss at Intense. All 3 doubles formats are coming up after this. Rips are seeking their first win of the season. Big tough serve up to Schachter's backhand. Only 14 seconds in between points, so a lot of nonstop action. Bosova for the women, a +9 when she was in earlier tonight. Now trying to see if Noah Schachter or Fabrice Martin or a combo of all 3 with Nordy can do something here as the Outrider won that first men's singles bolt 23-14.
When Noah Schachter's behind the baseline like that, I'd like to see him get a lot more height over that backhand. He has so much space to really just accelerate, and he's hitting it a little bit too flat. And even if it didn't go in the net, it would have been too short, giving Xiaolin opportunity to step in, but Schachter's going to use that missed return for sure.
Good return deep. Xiaolin with the drop shot. Schachter's going to get there. Counter drop shot back. Xiaolin gets there into the net. Point for the Rips.
And just that little break, it looks like the Rips really did pick up their energy, and they seem a lot happier now again too. Obviously this little run of points has helped them too, but even Schachter is yelling a few more come-ons. His energy's better. Ooh.
Got a little too cute trying to go behind him and going deep, pushed it long. Outrider 66-60. You could tell the Rips were looking for a winner to just explode, and just a little bit deflating it. Xiaolin +9 on the night, doing a great job for the Outriders. And that's going to help. Schachter getting into it, throwing some words out to the Outriders as Xiaolin takes a break. Corey Craig back in.
The way he just unloaded on that forehand, and definitely had a lot to say after. And he's chirping a little bit after points now, but it really looks like it's helping his tennis, so whatever it takes.
Look, you got to throw the kitchen sink tonight. You can't go down 0-3. Can't be nice. Got to do it for the team. Craig's going to try to work this point. Schachter's going to try to find the offense, but with the margins that Craig squeezes on you, it's tough. Some offense is a little bit out of the norm for him. But Schachter, he's playing the Corey Craig style, playing very calm, very interesting sometimes to try to go against players and use their strategy against them. Craig's going to volley across court. Schachter's going to get there. Goes down the line. Craig's going to touch it, but it's still +1 the Rips.
Wow. And what a point. What a way to work that point and then go from defense to offense. That was an unbelievable point by point by point from Noah Schachter. He played great. He definitely needs a little breather, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back in.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Martin go back in here. Use that serve and volley matchup against Craig.
Agreed.
This is a tough matchup for somebody like Nordy. He's going to be so many balls coming back. He is not the most patient player. This is a really difficult matchup. He's going to have to fire really quick and early in points.
And Martin can be so successful against a player like Corey Craig. I mean, that's just an unbelievable forehand down the line from Craig, and he's smiling and he's loving every second here. But if Martin can really be fast and explode out of that serve and get to the net a little bit quicker, it's an amazing matchup.
It's going to be on Nordy's shoulders right now. They're down 6. 5 minutes remaining before all 3 doubles formats come up. Kick out wide, opportunity to step in, goes angle. Craig's going to get there, drop it short, drop shot to Craig in. Lob and just over the top. Nordy could not get his strings on it.
Just great speed there, though, from Corey Craig, just really moving around the court with zero effort, it seems like.
That's what's so good about Corey Craig. Nordy, how many good shots did he hit in that point? 7, 8 shots. Great pace, great precision, but Craig is such a good mover. He forces you to finally go too much. I mean, Nordy probably felt good about that point until the very end, and you've got to recognize that's Corey Craig's style of play. You cannot get into that if you're Nordy.
And that's what he does to his opponents. Nordy now actually hitting a great ball there, but sometimes it causes a swing of just mistakes because you feel like, oh my goodness, I have to hit so many good balls and I might not even win the point, and then you just start going for too much.
That's good, 2 points in a row. Nordy's going to take a seat. Noah Schachter back in after a quick rest. Schachter should be able to finish this out for the Rips if they want. Smart play by Craig, recognizing Schachter was not in an offensive position. Calmly throws that serve in. Look, this is the biggest I've seen Craig play.
And that's just confidence, I think, from the amount of great points that he's played back-to-back.
Just working the court. I just see everybody playing into Craig's game, and this is what he wants to do. Dream. People are trying to grind with him. He's loving this right now, and also the toll it's going to take on the fitness with only 14 seconds in between points.
I think you jinxed it, JY.
I know, right when I said it. Come on, Corey. Schachter had the opportunity to serve and volley, chose to stay back. Uses that forehand down the line. Craig's going to try to neutralize. Corner to corner, he's staying in the point. You see Craig, those are the unforced errors Craig does not want to do. Drop shot to bring Craig in. Craig gets there. Tough with that Western grip to get it up and down. And Stefan Menichella is going to get his first action of the night. Did not play in week 2, did in week 1. We'll see what he can do for his team in this final minute and a half.
Interesting. Do you think this is a move to get ready for doubles and be warmed up? Because I'm surprised they didn't bring Xiaolin back in.
Xiaolin had time to go back in. We'll see if that's something that we can say later on. Interesting choice. Schachter goes for the big serve. Rips trying to find some momentum as we go into the doubles. See this first serve from Menichella. And a big roar by the Outriders. Change it up from Schachter to put Martin in. Big man to big man.
And this could be a doubles move as well. Schachter did reach his time limit, but might want to be getting Fabrice Martin warm. He can come in for the doubles.
Menichella had the opportunity to come into the net. Did not take it, did not matter. Outriders 79-72. Outriders understanding this is a big moment. Final 20 seconds. They want to keep a big lead if they get the doubles. Martin trying to sneak and come into the net, but too good of a kick serve. Menichella going to run the clock to make sure this is the last point. Good forehand puts Martin in the corner. Chip to neutralize. Menichella goes back. Big backhand by Martin, but misses long. The Rips had some moments where they got it to within 3 and 4, but just could not do it. Maria, what do you think about how the Rips handled that men's singles?
Both coaches just throwing in a lot of substitutions there and changing up all of the matchups. The Rips, I think they want to be really warm for the doubles, so they're in an okay spot. I don't think they're down by that much going into the doubles. We'll see how that goes, though.
Yeah, we'll see if the Outriders are going to be able to hold them off. They really picked up their energy, not just on the court, but on the sideline as well. So they're going to come full force as they come into women's doubles. And the concern for the Rips is if they get down a little bit too quick in women's doubles, does the belief start to go away? We'll see what they can do to kind of counteract that as they try to figure out how they can get their first win of the season. But for now, it looks like we can go down. We have Corey Craig, who's getting ready to get courtside with Kelly Kroll, Craig had a really solid start to the night.
He did, a very solid start. How did you feel about the men's Bulls out there, Corey?
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good. I know they have some good players. Noah's a tough player, doesn't really miss. But yeah, I'm very happy that we came through. I think we won both of them, not sure, but happy with Joao's performance and Tal at the very end. I mean, not getting much singles, but he played unreal, so it was very good.
You're right. You squeezed that last one out by a point. But certainly, you talk about Noah. How did you make him start playing really your game? You kind of dictated that, even though you know what he has over there.
Yeah. I mean, part of my game is trying to make people uncomfortable. You know, I'm a shorter lefty, so I need to use some of my tricks. And I'm glad that he was kind of hesitant, you know, like when guys go big and big, like it could get dangerous for me, but I feel comfortable rallying like deep down the middle. So I was happy with that.
You should be, very. It was tremendous. Now, I saw Coach right there in the huddle kind of getting you guys ready for doubles. What was her message?
Yeah, her message was to keep the energy up. You know, we're up, I don't know, 10, but you never know. Doubles can go very quick. They have some good doubles teams. I know the girls are really good, the guys, obviously. So yeah, we got to keep the energy up and make every point matter.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
A solid start for the Outriders. We have 5 players that are positive in their plus minus when they go on the court. They're going to look to continue that as we have women's doubles about to come up. After a short break, women's doubles. Tonight's arc is fueled by Vita Coco, the exclusive electrolyte beverage partner of Intense. With the 3.5 times the electrolyte versus the leading sports drink, Vita Coco helps keep players and fans hydrated through every action-packed match. Welcome Welcome back to a beautiful Friday night in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a big one going on right now. Rips versus Outriders. Outriders with a 9-point lead, but you can sense that the Rips are just going to make a huge push right now with Samantha Alicea, Aliona Bosova in for doubles. On the near side, the Outriders have Zoe Hammond in, and their superstar just solid across the board, Sofia Cabezas.
And this is really a matchup of one crafty, one powerful on each side of the court, with Alicea and Hammond being able to cross a little bit more and put more power into the ball, while Cabezas and Bolsova a little bit more crafty, probably more lobs, more angles.
Bolsova with the return D. Cabezas going to go all the way back. Alicea with the +2 overhead. Cabezas slipped down to the ground. It's a big one right there for the Rips.
And the Rips are going to want as many of those 2-pointers as possible. But what's most important is not looking for them too early in the point, is setting yourself up for them. I think that's a huge difference.
Both girls trying to find their forehand. And Alicea with the post +2.
Great movement there from Alicea, staying nice and patient, finding her opening, and really just sticking that volley.
Cabezas moving backwards for that return. Inadvertent call, they're going to have to replay that point. And one of those things, if you're Alicea, you're the server's partner, you see the returner take any step back, you close the middle hard.
For sure. Middle and take one step in. Every single ball that goes deep from Bolsova, Alicea should take one step closer to the net.
They're just getting the clock right here. They go set to replay that point. Rips are within 5, under 9 minutes left. We have men's doubles coming up after this. We will finish off with mixed doubles. Those last 2 bullets for the Rips have really been the most important ones that have let them down in their previous 2 arcs. We'll see if they can make a strong start in women's doubles to help them out as they get into that. Cabezas goes back to throw a lob return. Forehand inside in winner.
And way to see that. And Zoe Hammond did the right thing. She took a couple steps forward because Cabezas hit a great lob, but Bolsova just perfectly timed that and saw Zoe just move a little early.
And Hammond bounces right back. Great response. +2 the other way for the Outriders. 84-79. Going to serve to the ad side. I formation. Cabezas serves to Hammond. Signal ready. Miscommunication.
Both looked confused there. And again, if the Rips keep going on these 2-point runs, 3 points away now from being tied. Sorry. 4 points now.
Just did not line up her feet in time and then could not push up. Serves into the ground. Alicea trying to close there, could not get it. Bosova goes into the net, pushes it wide. That's where Hammond, the pressure she put, really smart job.
And it's just so interesting, the amount of momentum shifts that we see from the Rips. They either play exceptionally well or not great.
And that reflex going to be very difficult. You know, that natural instinct to get it back, but it's going to float up +2 for the Outriders. Good return right at Hammond.
It's really good from Alicea, especially with the amount of power that she can produce. It's great sometimes to just go straight at your opponent's chest.
The vision there, unfortunately, let her down. Ball dropped in, +2 for the Outriders. Big forehand right at the net person. And one thing that just, would love to see a little bit more sense of urgency from the Rips bench. You know, you're about to go 0-3, and they're just like, yeah, good, nice shot, nice shot. I mean, we saw what the Freeze did last night. We saw a good example of the altitude in week 1. We saw how much impact you can have from the sideline, and they just don't seem totally locked in and understanding the importance of what these final 6.5 minutes will do in women's doubles.
interesting you say that, JY. I don't know if it's not being locked in as much as maybe being tight. One of the things that Coach Hawkins told me, because we've all discussed how they've got double specialists over here, right, with the rips. Sorry, make sure everything, let's see what's happening. Oh, they're discussing the serves.
The scoreboard has Bolsova to serve, but Alessia saying it's her serve.
You have the names backwards?
I didn't touch any. I didn't touch that side. I only touched that side.
Alessia there, even just, you can hear her frustration.
You had the wrong serve round.
So guys, I'll go back and story tell for a second while we're waiting on this, because in talking to Coach Hawkins, we discussed, right, this team is full of double specialists, and yet we really haven't seen that play out quite yet on the court. And he mentioned this week in practice, they've got to stop scoreboard watching, which this is clearly.
Reset the ball clock. Reset the serve clock. Players ready? Play.
Tough match to stop scoreboard watching in, right? But he goes, they have got to, instead of playing conservative in doubles, play loose, hunt the twos. And so I'm wondering if that sideline right now is just a little tight maybe, right? Once again, because they know this is going to come down to the doubles.
But for me, I think that should have you have more energy. I think if you're tight, you gotta scream, you gotta shout, you gotta make some noise,
right? Get that nervous energy out.
Absolutely. And even if, you know, even if you're mad, like, just yell, just let it out.
Bolsova serve out wide. Alessia with the overhead backhand. Far along. I think both you all are right. I think when you're tight, that's exactly what you don't want to do. And what you need to do is exactly what you said, Maria. So I think both you all are right to see how the Rips can overcome this. Cabezas almost had a +2 down the line. It's getting a little bit quiet, a little bit dull. If there's a team that can really pick it up, let's see. I think Coach O'Connell, sensing something here, wants to bring her team together and try to lift them up.
We just gotta find our groove right there and be aggressive, and don't let her. I know you see her moving, and then we're starting moving. It's okay to burn her down the line. I know you went like, you feel like that girl's creeping and creeping. 2 or 3 cross court and then go. You can rip it there. I want to see what they do. Okay, it's okay to change it up. On our returns, let's stand our ground. Good, solid return to get the point going. Whoever's at the net, be looking to move. All right, I just wanted to slow down their momentum a little bit, catch our breath, and regroup. We got 20 seconds to kind of look like we're strategizing here. All right. Yeah. All right, you got this. You got this.
I like the combo of feeding them with information, but them also just letting them take a breather. I think she got everything she needed to say, but it was very concise. Then she just let them listen. Let's just take a breath here. Let's regroup and let's get back to it.
We've seen a lot of approaches from all 4 players going straight down the line, right at the net player. And they have been very successful. Even when that player gets a racket on it, they have not been able to reflex it back. Zoe Hammond here to serve from University of Kentucky. Angle backhand winner +2. Johnson jumps up there. Cabezas, good return deep. Hammond with the post +2 the other way. How many times have we seen the Outriders respond to a +2 from the Rips and get one the other way?
It just looks so simple. In theory, it is simple. Just hit a deep return and then the net player moves. Obviously, it's so hard to do, but when the Outriders are able to execute that, oh, it's so good.
Great reflex by both. Almost a huge deflating moment for the Rips, but just went wide. They breathed a big sigh of relief. Down 4. Bolsova to serve.
Just really consistent energy here from the Outriders, no matter what. Even if it gets a little closer in score or if they're up. They're always their energy. I think there's just too much fluctuation from the Rips in energy.
Big inside and winner and a big roar to her Rips teammate within 3. And another one. 4 points in a row within 1.
And especially from what Kelly said, like if they're 2-point hunting, you gotta move. You gotta move right off that first ball if you're the Rips.
There's one of those responses. 4 in a row for the Rips. Another +2 the other way. Outriders just do not seem fazed by any run by the Rips. She did have the opening. That is high risk back behind the baseline, falling away. But if she made it, it would have been an easy +2, just a difficult shot to handle. And the Rips are going to call a timeout, even though they've done a good job to bring it to within 4.
Just take it, even if it's a bad one. Right down the middle court. Right down, we don't need to go. When we back up, we put pressure on ourselves to make something crazy. All right? And the other side is when they do come in, they're both short. Not Zoe. Lob the short girl. Hit a good Thompson lob and get back in. You're doing great. You're ripping the ball. You're moving up the net. We're right there. You're right there. Come on, come on. Don't forget, it's a simple play. Let's manage this. We got this. Stay aggressive. Stay loose. Don't look at the score. Come on, come on.
Well said by Coach Torrey. Stay aggressive, stay loose. That's exactly what they have to do. And if I were Torrey, I would have also said, try and go on the first ball. Fake, make them go for that down the line.
Players ready?
Cabeza serves to Bolsova. Hammond ready. Alisea is as well. Down the line rally. Bolsova's going to get there. Lob it up to Hammond. Big overhead right at the feet of Sammy.
Cabezas has just been using the depth of her ball so well from the baseline. I mean, look at that. That's a tough angle to find and just sets it up so well for Zoe Hammond.
Goes down the line. Bolsova's ready. Goes right back out and tries to force it. Even though the Outriders are down by 4, this ball, they're up 23-18 and cut the deficit by 5. Faults like that aren't going to help, even though Bolsova has been serving much better. She has 8 on the night.
It's exactly what you do not want in a moment like this. And that.
Tough return in a big moment to just give it up, lose that momentum.
This is the problem. They'll play some phenomenal points and then they just give away free errors.
Good move back. Got it. She had it. Just caught it when the racket face was still opened up. Didn't bring it down in time. Hammond, even though she's been really struggling this season with a 30% fault rate, doing a much better job. Only 2 tonight. I think her team will be happy so far. Good lob on the line. Alisea lob right back, but that's going to be really short. That's an easy +2 winner for the Outriders. They are back to within by being up by 8. So we come up in the final minute of women's doubles before men's doubles come up next. Down the line and just they completely lost momentum.
Cabeza is just such a force from the baseline, but I do think this is Zoe Hammond's best playing so far this season.
Good move. Unfortunate. That's the power of Alisea. Put a little bit more on it. You'd also think Cabeza's just throwing in a lot of soft kick serve. Move forward, take it on the rise instead of waiting for that ball.
Yep. I think Sammy can go for that.
Another down the line opportunity. I just think Sammy is just a little bit stuck, doesn't know where to go. Tried to poach a few times. She's not been successful, starting to doubt herself a little bit. Cabezas with the lob, is that going to go wide significantly? Final 15 seconds.
Sammy's got to go here. Just cross. Nope.
And I think this is where she's stuck, right? She's looking for the middle because last time she should have gotten it. Then they go down the line. Then it gives up a +2. Nothing going right for the Rips. I know they won that ball 27-26, but it doesn't feel that way. Going to see if the Rips can bounce back. They are within striking distance, but it feels like the Outriders have that emotional belief that the Rips are lacking. We'll see when we come back.
Competition starts right at 7. Intense tennis.
Welcome back inside the Intense Arena. The Outriders have a 107-99 lead, and we have had Pulse partner Trey Boston in tonight, having a lot of fun on the sideline.
All right, we're here with your girl, Misha, in the building. All right, anytime you got a nickname from the crowd and you ain't playing, I know you like that. Hey, what brought you here today?
I wanted to see my competition, you know, because when I audition, I'm beating everybody on this.
I like it. Hey, so, as a tennis player, what do you like about the intense format?
I like how I could cheer while they're playing, because I'm very intense on the sidelines. I'm screaming.
I can see it in you.
One point at a time. I like to say 1 point at a time.
Come on.
And I like the work that they do.
Hey, listen, y'all better give it up for your girl, Misha. Hey, listen, murder me. Hey, she got a whole fan. Hey, listen, when you got the fan like that, man, we got to see what she about, man. Let's keep going.
Trey Boston having a lot of fun, and so are the Outriders. They have a 109-100 lead. Make sure you visit intense.com so you can get your tickets to come out here either this weekend or as we come up until the end of July. A lot of fun matchups coming up. Another doubleheader tomorrow. Manicello trying to come to the net, 109-101 on the near side with Ciolin. On the far side, Noah Schachter and Fabrice Martin. It's a big moment for the Rips. Top spin lob. Martin was there, just didn't catch it in time.
Martin's such a decorated doubles player. I look forward to seeing him moving a lot in this doubles. He's been up to 18 in the world, but if Schachter's doing that, Martin doesn't even have to hit a ball.
That was a huge return at a big time. Rips are trying to find their first win of the season, down 7. They've had some good moments, but not good enough to put them up in the lead. Martin's going to miss that serve. 8.5 minutes. Mixed doubles is going to finish it off after. Martin catches Manicello, trying to catch that middle. This is the volley, 111-104.
Martin takes the return so early every single time and looks to return and move forward. And one thing that I have noticed is that his backhand return is better than his forehand return. He's able to have a really short backswing, take it early, and then explode in.
Volley coming forward, Schachter. Oh! The towel! +2 for the Outriders. The reflex is the big man. He's ready for the showtime. Look at that.
Wow.
Ciolin ready as well. Lob goes over his head. Both Rips at the net. Had it. Good look. Just not good enough. Good deep kick in the corner. Schachter couldn't put it in play.
And it's so hard to return that serve. Not only was it right on the line, but it also just bounces so high, especially on these gritty courts. And we have a timeout here from the Rips.
This is a good timeout. Good moment. bring them together.
These guys are both going to make the balls. They're crafty. They're used to guys trying to out-hit them and overpower. Let's not give them that. Get our ball past our net guy, start to close. Let's make sure that we are addressing the towel is not their strongest player. We know the other guy is. If we got to rip balls out,
a reflex volley for a winner.
He did, because we probably weren't looking for it to come back. I'm just wanting us to stay on him. If anybody's going to beat us, let it be Tao. All right, let's let it be Tao. We know what Zhao's going to do. All right, let's go. We got this right here. Come on, and stay aggressive.
What do you think about that from Coach Hawkins and Noah?
Noah, it looks like he was flustered by that volley. Sometimes you don't really see the big picture just because someone hit an unbelievable shot. You feel like they're playing unbelievable in general. Coach Torrey is just saying they need to take the first move. Don't worry about the guy at the net.
Timeout right back. Coach O'Connell frustrated at something. Take a quick look at this. Kelly, could you hear anything at all about what she might have been frustrated about?
So Coach O'Connell felt like the scoreboard once again had the wrong servers on the wrong side, and it's something that's been a theme throughout the night, so I'm not sure if it's not being input right, you know, information-wise, or maybe it's just not updating. This could be just technology, guys, which we all know can be super frustrating. And tonight it has caused a few problems, but that right now is what Coach O'Connell wants them to go back and look who's supposed to be serving and from what side. So I'll let you know if I get any clarity on that. We got a lot of people working on it over here.
And Coach O'Connell and you, Kelly, you are right. If you look at the scoreboard, says Menichella's supposed to serve, but yet it's the Rips that are serving. Martin should serve after they just hit a winner. They just won a point, so they need to serve. And it's very important because if they don't catch that before it goes on too long, somebody's going to get called for a fault because it's showing somebody else is going to serve. And so that's a good catch by O'Connell, who understands the Rips just hit a big +2 winner. They want to ride that wave in momentum, and they want to try to stop any of this. And so Coach O'Connell very intelligently pointed that out right away before things went any further.
One thing I am noticing here is that Outriders Dove's team is moving this entire time, and they're having energy even in this little momentum shift. Wow. Noah Schachter looks like he's complaining about something. Fabrice Martin is a little low energy. I think that's making a difference.
And it's 106, not 108. It's 106. The point was that. This is the correct score, right? Yes. I'm serving. I just hit it. Yeah, you get the winner. We're going to update. Yeah, but I get the serve too.
I wonder if this is a technology thing, because it does seem simple.
They're not serving.
Yes, but I'm not sure though why Rips are arguing, because I think it's pretty clear what needs to happen. It's just a technology issue, so I don't think that it is not negatively impacting the Rips at all.
All right, scoreboard updated. Martin ready to serve. Rips are ready to roll. Down by 10.
Oh my God, can you guys play tennis?
After official. After official review,
get going.
The 2 points stand. The correct server served. The serve indicator was incorrect, but the points stand. Martin to serve. Players ready? Play.
Fabrice Martin for the Rips to serve. Down by 10. Final 7 minutes. Big serve in the body. Ciolline ready. Good response right at the towel. Now we see the Rips bouncing. Now we see them jumping and excited. Where was this about for the last hour and a half?
I don't know, but it's better late than never, that's for sure.
Good serve by Martin. Sets up a comfortable post by Schachter. 2 points in a row. Another good body serve. 3 points in a row.
And And Fabrice has definitely increased his serving pace right now, it seems like, and he's serving deep in the box, so it does make it very difficult to return, and specifically to return deep.
Another great body serve. Martin closes well, 4 points in a row. He's moving fast. He knows he's getting it close. There's a good combination with Martin serving, Schachter at the poach. Martin has one of the most difficult serves to return against in doubles. And he sets up another +2. They've now got 6 points in a row. Quick timeout by the Outriders and Coach O'Connell as Schachter lets out a roar. Big +2 right here. The mix-up, they're expecting the body serve. Floats up to return.
We're attacking the return and looking to get in. We're looking to move. I mean, we just got to slow them down a little bit. They just reeled off a couple points right there and just want to kind of take our time and use this whole 38 seconds here to get us back into it. Okay? Yeah. After you see his return go past, you move in. Keep looking. Go, Riders!
We didn't look for him, but it happened. You see what I'm saying? Don't think, keep playing. Let's go.
I love the calmness, Coach O'Connell, but she's so calm.
She is, and I think she has been calm this entire season and today's arc specifically, and she's definitely learned how to manage the momentum shifts and try to use those momentum shifts that are here and available for these coaches at Intense. But I mean, talk about a momentum shift. This is incredible, and this is just unbelievable serving from Fabrice Martin.
10 points in a row by the Rips. We are all tied up. Martin goes back again. Schachter ready. Charlene overpowers it long. Rips have retaken the lead. They are up by 1.
This is the type of doubles that we've been waiting for all season from them. This is what they can do. This is what they're capable of.
Tough. I don't know if he meant to toss it like that. Usually Martin tosses that serve a little more forward to get it go more through the court. I thought he was going off pace. It looked like he threw himself off. 117, but the energy is completely on the Rip side. Charlene serves to Martin. Great return. It's going to go long. They got a 1-point lead.
Back on serve. Now Schachter's turn.
I formation. Martin signals to Schachter. Schachter going to serve to the towel. Serve out wide. Schachter just couldn't find his footing.
It looked like he got tight just right before hitting that, because he actually moved in really, really well after the serve. He was positioned well, and then I think right before he was just like, oh, shoot.
Then until the back, right at Charlene. Charlene can't get out of the way, but reflex as well. Good lob. They're going to come to the net. Schachter just struggling to find the volleys right now when you have to think a little bit. He's actually done better when it goes fast.
Yes, and he's done really well just blocking it and just putting it into the ground or putting it at the opponent's feet. Now he's getting a little too fancy with it. Same thing there. He doesn't have to look for an angle. He can go straight through the middle.
Kick to the backhand, missed return. 3-point lead for the Outriders. The Rips had the 1-point lead. They had won 10 points in a row. They were off the bench. Outriders done an incredible job responding all night. They're back up by 3. Menechella serves to Schachter off the net. In play, and Martin tries to go for the inside-out drop shot off the top.
And I think that was just such a difficult volley to hit. I think he should have let that one drop and then just really take a cut at it.
Big return, good response. Trying to go fast. Schachter signals, I formation. Better serve this time, and then just, they're going to have to replay that point. And again, the difficulty of that. Just a lot of these calls have not gone the Rips' way. Schachter thinking he had that +2 volley opportunity. Can they repeat it? Can they keep it together? They fought back the whole night. 3 minutes remaining before mixed doubles. I formation one more time.
And now is not the time to overthink it or think at all. Like Coach Tori Hawkins said, just play, don't think.
Good, he's ready. No, once again, they were in good position. They're going to have to replay the point. It's been a tough night for the technology team. I can understand the frustration for the Coach Hawkins. The interesting part is, I mean, it's just total luck, but, you know, you haven't seen the Outriders have to go through anything like that.
No.
It's always been the
really
rips. So it's just technology, so technology has no bias, but that's tough. The patience and everything the rips are having to go through to try to get their first win, it's tough, but they're battling hard.
And it's been that way the whole season, too.
Trying to fire his team up. They get another matchup coming up tonight after this. It's been a lot of fun so far, but it won't be over when this ends. Smatzig on the altitude. Tomorrow night we got a doubleheader. The Freeze. They had a great performance on Thursday night. Going to be going up against the Rise, and then the Fortune versus the Ridge. The Fortune come back for their second match of the week, and the Ridge trying to bounce back after a tough loss last week. A lot of fun as the Rips are getting ready to get at it once again. Still not ready to play. Just waiting for this timeout to get back in as they're getting everything settled. Outriders 122, 119. Jal Sholin, Stefan Minichella have been playing the entire time for doubles. Shachter and Martin also have been playing the entire time. It's been a straight up matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if they go all 10 minutes for this.
Martin looks like he's trying to keep his shoulder warm, keep serving the way he's been serving, because that's why they've racked up so many points in this specific bolt. They're winning this bolt. And this is where they've struggled in the 6th and 7th bolts. The last 20 minutes of each arc that they've played has been absolutely crucial.
Yeah, we can on volleys. We do it with the legs. Aggressive with the legs. No, nothing else. We volley with the legs. We serve with the legs. Everything will go.
Everything legs. 100%. 100%. You got to walk past it.
Fabrice Martin, the veteran French Open finalist, 19 in the world in doubles. So much experience, passing on some of that wisdom to Shachter to tell him everything with the legs.
Well said. And when you have a partner like that, of that caliber, it really inspires you. And I hope that Noah can get inspired by that, because it feels good when you get advice from a player like that.
122, 119. Martin ready to serve. I formation. The towel ready. Good serve to get going. Gets it down low. Martin, good half volley. Ready one more time, using the legs well. Shachter ready. Sholin goes deep. Point for the Rips.
Great legs from both players there. Martin trying to rush it here.
Martin wants to see that sign one more time. Deep into the body, off the net. Shachter ready, goes angle cross. Martin ready, reads it well. Sholin missing so many of these quick reflexes, and these ground tricks are going long. Rips within 1, 2.5 minutes. Good kick out wide. We've seen body, body, body. Mixes up to go wide. We are tied one more time. The Rips keep answering. Big serve, even ready. Outriders one more time.
Wow.
Just when you think the Rips are just rolling and Outriders might fall away for a little while longer, they too have responded. A great matchup tonight. Both teams playing great. And there you go with Shachter.
This is the tennis we've been waiting to see, JY.
Rips up by 1. Shachter to serve, high formation. Kick out wide, Shachter ready, reflex over. And just a touch. Still now, we're tied up again.
Wait for Noah to be there and just get his hands on that racket, but I like how Siolin's really close to the net, trying to take it before they do.
Martin gets caught right off the top of the net. Outriders retake the lead by 1, minute and a half. Mixed doubles is going to determine this when we come back after. But for now, men's doubles and a foot fault call.
And that's the first time that something has gone wrong for the Outriders and actually gone in the Rips' way, and they are celebrating.
That could not have come at a better time. They've been fighting so hard, waiting for their moment. That could give them that little extra belief that things are starting to go their way. Martin comes in, angle volley, Charlene is ready. Big at Schachter, misses it. Outriders 1-point lead. Final minute of men's doubles. Good return by Schachter. Tied up again. Schachter electing to stay back this time. Charlene goes down the line, misses it wide. Rips by 1. Interesting changeup. Schachter usually serves and volleys. Stayed back. Great adjustment when you're not volleying well.
And when they see that the Outriders are going down the line a lot now just to keep them honest, but they're changing up their tactics and staying back so that they have the time to take that if they need to.
And the Rips, both teams have been answering extremely well. But how good must this feel for the Rips? Finally, after clawing and scraping everything going against them, they have found themselves up 2 as we go into the final 10 minutes. Mixed doubles coming up to determine tonight's winner.
Oh gosh, I don't want to share that. This might take a minute. Give me 5 seconds.
Gotta start over.
I don't even know what this is.
It's a wave, a guy riding a tennis racket.
Don't get your hopes up.
Better artwork can be done, but screaming, come on.
Imagine a fiery inferno.
Clearly, it's a flame. Is that not obvious?
This was a really rough sketch. The ball gets smashed so hard, there's like fire behind it.
This is what a stain looked like.
You should look something like that, right? Like a ridge.
Is that pretty good?
And we are back inside the Intense Arena. What a great night it's been so far. A lot of great storylines for both teams. Outriders trying to win 2 in a row. The Rips trying to get their first win of the season. 128-126. Rips up by 2 to see if they can get their first win. Maria, they have been responding so well tonight.
And how good must it feel to go in actually with the momentum on their side and to actually be up. And they just need to keep that going. And I feel like they've unlocked a new gear here that maybe they didn't even know that they had.
Noah Schachter going to get the start with Ali Bosova. Ali Bosova came in late last time in the mixed doubles, and they were down and couldn't get it back. This time she's going to get the start, but not in there where she's traditionally with Fabrice Martin. Fabrice Martin, I would say, has actually been the better player of the two between Schachter and Martin, but I think it's a little bit of a rest to get him back in. But Cabezas, great reflex there. Both rips at the net. Charlene rips down the line. Good forehand this time to bring it down. He's missed so many of those long. Good adjustment.
Well, and I think Fabrice has been the better player just because he's been the leader of that team. And I'm assuming we're going to see him come back later on in this bolt.
Good kick to the Schachter backhand. Tied up one more time. 9.5 minutes until we find out who's the winner. Zhao Xiaolin was the hero for the team last time with Cabezas on the court. His courageous tennis, poaching and moving, and the +2s, and his willingness to take the offense at some big moments. That helped him last time. He's going to bring that experience into this time. But the Rips, they have not won this season. They do not have experience to rely on. It's just going to be sheer fight and the determination for them to get them on the board. Cabezas ready. Bolsova there, all four at the net. Reflex inside out, just wide.
You know, and I think that they should put Fabrice back in sooner rather than later, because it's going to be very hard for them if they're in a deficit to bring this back with not a lot of time on the clock. So I think Fabrice should come in, and nothing against Noah because he's actually played really well tonight. Just the serve of Fabrice has been so beneficial. Wow.
And especially when you're the Rips, you have 2 timeouts that you can still use.
Yes.
There are 3 on the board, but you can only use 2 in one single bolt. They have the timeout to help them maintain that energy all the way through. We'll see how they handle it. They're down 1. Cabezas with the lob. Tied up one more time. 8 minutes.
This is where we need energy from both benches.
And that ball was going to go long, but it went so fast that Cabezas just reacted and misses the volley in the net. Rips 1-point lead. Cabezas saw Schachter moving, tried to go down the line, changed their mind too late. Good volley. Schachter tried to continue and follow it. Goes down the line. Schachter ready one more time.
Wow.
Does not look like he touched it. +2 for the Rips. They are up by 4.
And you know what? Schachter's actually playing phenomenally well right now. Wow, and so is Aliona. The way that her base is so low and she's using her legs so well. And what Fabrice said about using their legs, every person on that team is now using their legs way better.
Big forehand right out of. This is the sense of urgency where you were wondering when was it going to come. Yes. They got it, and they got a 5-point lead at the biggest moment of the night.
This is what we've been waiting for, and it's so good to see that finally, because this is their potential. This is the players that they are.
This is where they're supposed to shine in doubles. This is what they're built for. It's coming together. They're up 6 now. Outriders need a response with under 7 minutes. Big forehand, Ali Bolsova with the roar. Coach O'Connell's going to try to see if she can answer by putting Zoe Hammond in.
Well, and I'm assuming Coach O'Connell is going to want to call a timeout soon now. She still has 2 left. Wow.
A huge swing for the Rips. Like you said, when is she going to use those timeouts? If you're not going to do it now, what are you waiting for? The Rips are on fire. Another move.
Well, and Bolsova and Schachter now 49 and 46 points for their team. And there is that timeout.
I said that to the girls. You like the pace better when you play like with it's worse for him.
Yeah. And you know they're going to drill up every ball. You got to say, it's coming to me, and be ready to block. Because that's what happened to her. It's like real quick, but you got to just block it back and don't go for too much. If that ball's flying out, let's let it fly out, unless it's one we know for sure we can do that 2-pointer on, because there's a few that are flying. All right? So just wanted to slow this down a little bit.
We're good, guys. We're good. Let's go. Let's go.
Trying to slow it down, but at the same time, Outriders do need to pick it up.
Agreed. And it sounds like they were discussing going down in pace a little bit because the Rips are using pace really well. But I would say that they're actually creating pace pretty well now too. But I'm interested to see if there is a shift, if less pace is given from the Outriders.
You know, the Rips have been doing such a good job attacking the person at the net. I'd be interested in going just 2 back.
Yes.
And just play two back versus 1 up, 1 back. Get the net person out of there and just do what you can off the ground strokes.
And that was one that was flying out. Like Amy said, do not go for the ones that are flying out.
Rips have their biggest lead of the night at 11. Return down the line. Bolsova's there. Top spin cross court. Going to be difficult to handle. At least got a racket on it, and it's only +1. Outriders down by 10 with 5.5 left. Hammond asking for the ball. Trying to get up there. Only 14 seconds in between points. 4, 3, 2. Gets it off. Good serve. Bolsova reads that move. Big +2.
And the pace change of Bolsova tonight is incredible. she's hitting the ball so much bigger on every shot.
Look at the look on her face. She's determined to get the win tonight.
Yes, and I don't think that miss is going to bother her whatsoever. I think she's full force.
Cross-court to cross-court rally. Schachter doing a good job. Bolsova, the presence at the net. Schachter, all down the line, comes forward, pops up, Ciolin, and the +2 they've been waiting for.
And the shift that we've seen in these two crucial bolts. Rips outscoring the Outriders right now by 20 points. So if they can keep this going, finally we're seeing what we've been looking for. And another timeout now from the Rips.
Rolling right now. We're rolling. All right, you good?
Good, so good.
Good. And the lob was exquisite. Just come in and stick that ball. Come on, come on.
Keep playing your game, but take your time.
And let's make the girl beat us. And let's make the girl beat us. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Coming up next, we have the altitude. They're getting ready to take the court versus the smash. Now Quién going away, warming up. They're going to look to bounce back after a tough loss. She had a great week 1 performance. Let's see if she can help her lead her team to victory. But the Outriders right now, Rips have all the momentum. Outriders won 3 points in a row after they were down by double digits. Got it to within 8, 4.5 minutes left. You can expect it with the coaching from Hawkins. They're going to target Hammond at the net right off this return. Good kick by Ciolin, forces Bolsova to lob. With that down the line, going at the net. At the same time, seems like Ciolin hasn't let that forehand flatten out. He's overly spinning everything and just doesn't take advantage of those offensive opportunities.
And yes, in doubles, his heavy ball can bounce off the ground, but it's more important the way that it flies through the air, because if he's hitting it too high over the net player has a lot of time to look for it on the Rips. The Rips need to make sure that they're not making too many mistakes here and they're not rushing it. I think they need to run down the clock as much as they can.
Hammond, good serve to Schachter. 2 returns missed in the net by the Rips. Outriders within 6. They've come back before. They know that they can do this. The Rips have not won yet. For them, is the doubt going to creep into their mind, especially if they lose this point? Big return down the line, rising up to the occasion.
And there's that running down the clock, but didn't really help him, that's for sure.
Giving the point back within 6, final 3 minutes. Ciolin's moving fast back there. Would it be too fast? Is he too amped up? Are the nerves creeping in? Kick into the net. Yes, it was right there. Too much sense of urgency. Down 7. Bolsova to serve. Hammond goes down the line. Goes high. Hammond right at her.
Wow!
Big shot and a big moment for Schachter and the Rips. Hammond had the offensive opportunity. Schachter one more time, 4 points in a row.
And I love to see the confidence that Schachter has right now and kind of the swagger that he's working with. It's helping him play some good tennis, that's for sure. And then the Outriders kind of run out of options. They're spraying a few mistakes here.
Putting Cabezas in at a really difficult time when she hasn't seen the court in a long time. Cold, it's going to be tough. Ciolin going to go big. Cabezas ready. Angle volley winner. 2 minutes remaining. They're down by 10. Can Ciolin play heroics one more time? He's close to the net. You know he's going to hug the middle and look to poach. Bolsova goes right at him, sensing that. Down the line rally.
And Schachter could have taken that ball maybe.
Bolsova covers the lob. Cabezas finds her forehand. Both are going forward. Big one right at the Outriders, but that took a lot of time off the clock. 1.5 minutes remaining. If you're Ciolin, you have to poach. You got to take the chance. He does poach. He gets there with the touch. Only +1. Down by 8. If you're Charlene, you go fake and cover the middle. Oh, he went full out. Bolsova's so big, I don't know if it would have mattered if Charlene faked and stayed. Big shot in a big moment. One more time by the Rips.
The way that Bolsova has been returning that down the line has just been incredible.
Final minute.
And the Outriders do look defeated in this moment.
They've had so many answers, but the Rips having to overcome so many momentum shifts. So many times that they were down. They stayed with it, and they find themselves in a winning moment. 45 seconds. Charlene gonna play quick. Big one more time. Just long.
And Bolsova's going to run down this clock as much as she can.
These final 30 seconds, the Rips are going to be very happy with this one.
And he's going to take this one as quick as he can, but I don't think that there's enough time on this clock.
There's not underhand.
Wow.
And Schachter,
that
is more a celebration of just happiness.
Serve in here. Yep, he's going to have to serve it. And I bet we're going to see an explosion here from Team Rise. Wow.
And they finally do it. It's only week 3, but how hard they had to fight the whole night. Getting into that position, that is a big-time celebration and a big-time moment as we get to look at tonight's prize money powered by Payment Labs, where they get $9,000 on top of that. What a fun night, Maria.
And I'm so happy for them because they have gone through so much this season and they've had some tough losses. So I'm happy that they got the win, but Outriders still a very strong team, still have played super well, JY.
Yeah, a great moment. Outriders will have to bounce back. Both of these teams are going to be 1 and 2. The Rips definitely feeling better. That's it for us right now, but when we come back, we got another great matchup coming up shortly. Welcome to Intense, brought to you by Vita Coco. Here inside Intense Arena at Atlanta, Georgia. Two teams are getting ready to get the things rolling. Smash trying to get their first win of the season. Altitude, seen a little bit of both. They're going to see which version of themselves comes out tonight. Big time night here at the 2026 Intense season at the Intense League. I'm Jay Wirebone alongside Maria Mateus. We just had a lot of fun.
So much fun, and I'm so fired up for this arc too. I really hope it's going to be just as fun. We have Altitude, who's played one unbelievable arc, one not so good, and Smash, who's gotten better and better. They lost a buzzer beater by 1 point last week. I hope that they can get one on the board, but I'm also cheering for the Altitude. I'm just cheering for a really good arc.
Yeah, Tyler Stice, you know, he was the performance in that first week that really led them to that dominating performance against Freeze. But then when he came back against the Rise, had a good start, but not a good enough start. And then ultimately the Rise, when they came back with Carson Tanguilig and all of them, just too much, and were able to nullify Stice's great night. But then on the other side of the court, it's just going to be for the smash. How can they handle it? You know, you have Elmar Ejupovic. He's been the most solid player for them this season, but only at +7 when you combine it all. That's not good enough when you look at every team. Anytime they've won, there's been somebody on the leaderboard that was +20 in the plus-minus. And what's going to be tough for them is their #1 pick, Ben Locke, out for the second time this season as he recovers from the shoulder injury that occurred in the beginning. We'll see, but William Bushamuka stepped up well last week, especially in mixed doubles, to give them that opportunity. Unfortunately, still lost at the buzzer beater. And then for altitude, you know, we got to see which version that we're going to see. Maria, the interesting part is they're completely even in total points this season after 2 weeks. So they lost huge, and they won huge. So we'll see which one they're going to get tonight. They're going to be searching for their identity as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intense.
Tonight
We're going to start with the ladies singles. Team altitude the host. Team smash away. Team smash, you get the call. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads is the call. It's tails.
Oh, receive.
All right, team smash is serve. Good match.
Friday night showtime. Altitude on the near side, being led by Emma Burgich. On the far side, Stanislava Bobrikonova, University of North Alabama superstar, getting the start tonight for the smash, when in the past has been Adriana Remy, Delana Hewitt. This time, they go down the lineup, and Stas gets the start.
That surprises me, I'm not gonna lie, JY. Especially when you start like that, probably not ideal.
I don't blame Sophia though. You go 0-2,
yeah.
Let's try something up. Yeah. Let's try something different. Let's just go with somebody who proves that they can do something, as we have the first of 2 10-minute women's singles bolts, men's singles following after, then doubles to finish.
And it could have just been a matchup tactic, because Emma Burgich is such a grinder and makes so many balls. You know, maybe a Delana Hewitt would have been a little bit too impatient, but at the same time, if Delana Hewitt connects, it's actually a great matchup with Emma Burgich. So we'll see how Stas does here.
And the key factor for Burgich is going to be that serve. In week 1, racked up 16 faults, had to overcome it with an insane efficiency on the baseline, but that's not sustainable over the long term. As Stas is going to find out, that's going to be her second fault of the night. If you win 1 point, it counts as 1 point. If you hit a clean winner, it counts as 2 points. 14 seconds in between points. And as you can see, with this 1 serve and 1 toss rule, you don't find that spin early, it can get away from you, and it's tough. As Marcelo gives a little bit of smile to Burgich and said, it's okay, you'll work through it, I trust you.
Well, and Emma starting out hitting bigger than she normally does. Her serve has improved so much in pace, but I think she's actually maybe going for a little bit too much, where I'd like to see just a little bit of pace taken off and more spin starting out, so she can get into those baseline rallies, because that's where she thrives.
Tied up at 3-3, great serve out wide, +1 for the smash. Toss going a little too far forward, but handles it well. Getting into this rally, looks like both of these players are going to try to work points a little bit longer. Burgich in the first 2 weeks played more offensive tennis, but also saw 2 different versions of herself. It was either really good or not really good, and so now she's trying to find that balance.
Yes, and Stas hasn't necessarily gotten a lot of playing time, so it's going to be interesting to see how she settles. If you're playing Stas, I think you need to try and go really big, especially into that forehand. She has a very Western grip on the forehand, so she needs time. If you hit it hard, it's going to be hard for her to get under the ball and back over it quickly enough. But at the same time, she's able to create so much spin with her grip, so comes in as an advantage as well.
Great rally, sneaks in forward, volley down the line. That should be a +2. Yes, it is. 3-point lead for the smash. When you're down 0-2, haven't won a match yet this season, this is the way you want to start. Never mind.
I do love that sneak in, though, by Stas. That's exactly the way to play it. You take your opponent out wide, you sneak in, just there, too. Yeah, see, she was looking to look forward. That's great.
showing why she's the most decorated player to come out of University of North Alabama. That's why she got the start tonight. Only one toss, she has to chase it. I'll say she did a pretty darn good job of almost getting that in. Almost had to call chiropractor for her back as Burgage goes for the quick serve drop shot, comes into the net. +2 for altitude, they have tied it up.
And something that tremendously sticks out for altitude is their energy. I don't know if this is a hot take, JY. You can contradict me here. I think they have the best energy out of any team in the league.
They do have the best energy, but it didn't translate to the best level last week.
Yeah, I agree.
But if they can maintain it, that's one of those things, if you can keep it over a long period of time, that should generate more success than not.
Agreed. Good heavy ball. Great heavy ball back.
+2 for the altitude and a big come on early.
And that's why Mamacita's super mama over there is so dangerous, because she can hit that heavy ball and then sneak from defense to offense so quickly within 2 balls. Makes her such a dangerous player.
Burgess with the drop shot. Stas will get there. +2 the other way for the smash. 11-11, both players getting off to great starts. And the smash have a big sense of urgency, going to try get up big.
And Stas could have almost quick served that. Here at Intense, you can serve as quickly as you want. You don't have to wait for the returner. And she actually had a chance there because Burgess dropped her racket, had to pick it up.
That's Burgage's 5th fault. Both players 5 faults each of the 24 points they played. 10 of them have been faults. Going to try to get that together. Those faults can be a real momentum killer. Burgage playing with a lot more spin tonight than she has in the other night. She's been going a lot flatter through the court. Now using a little bit more patience, heavy topspin to work the points. Coach Ferreira was preaching amongst his team. Just because you're at Intense, don't change your game style.
Yes.
Play your style, and that's where you'll play your best regardless of the rules.
And that's where we've seen teams improve, because at the beginning, all the teams come out, rightfully so, a little overwhelmed with the new rules. But once they realize, hey, at the end of the day, I just need to play tennis, and then you'll end up benefiting from the rules, that's when they've been doing a lot better.
We'll see the first substitution of the night. It's going to be on the altitude team. Malkia Ngonoue in. She's another one that had just a superstar of a week 1, but then was just a killer when it came down to week 2, going from +18 to -20. Talk about a difference in 2 versions.
And I think it's because her game is so explosive and so powerful. We see her moving into the net a lot. We see her even hitting some shots that you don't even realize can possibly be hit. But sometimes they don't connect. Funky shot there. It looked like it almost skidded. Delana Hewitt is now in. Interesting matchup here. Very big hitters.
Good serve. Malkia has one of the best kick serves in women's tennis. Uses that extremely well. She's going to calmly line up to serve one more time. This altitude of a 4-point lead. Drop shot, well, I think it was better that she missed it, because that was going to be a pretty comfortable +2 passing shot for the smash. And like you said, that's the risk with it. She does the first thing that comes to her mind. Sometimes it's a great thing. Sometimes no winner.
Agreed. And I just think Big D is probably the biggest determiner for her team. Because if she plays good tennis, she can rack up so many points. But if she plays bad tennis, she can also lose so many points. And that's when the substitution comes in, of course. But I'd like to see her potential come out a little bit more tonight. I know we have much better tennis from her like that. Exactly what we've been looking for.
Good serve, but good return by Ngonoue to hang in the point. Still just could not handle that big backhand. We are tied up one more time. Final 2 minutes as each of these teams look to have momentum as they go into the breaks. They understand how both teams are looking for a win tonight, but getting up big early is so important. Altitude with a quick switch Emma Burgich back in.
And I don't want to jinx it at all, but Delena has been serving really well so far tonight. Last serve, we saw her hit just way too many service faults. And if she's able to hit the serve the way she can, oh my goodness, is it good.
Good serve once again. Burgich returns, backhand into the net. Smash have a 1-point lead. Burgich did a good job finding the spin there. Ball in the middle of the court. Hewitt will always take that offensive opportunity, but similar to what we saw last week, getting too under the ball and struggling to spin it back down.
Very physical player in Burgich versus very powerful player in Delena. And like I said earlier, this can be a great matchup for either. If Delena's missing, it's perfect for Emma, but if Delena's making, it's not good for Emma.
If you look at that fault, and you look at the previous serve that Burgich made, I know she made it, I know she won the point. There's literally no margin on that serve.
No.
There's no room for error. It's a difficult position to be in when you're trying to execute a shot. As you lined up a backhand winner down the line. Smash with a 2-point lead. 30 seconds remaining in this first women's singles bowl. Another good serve out wide, 3-point lead. Good energy coming from the Smash sideline. They're seeing some good tennis playing to get started at a big night. Good backhand. Burgich trying to defend 4 points in a row for the Smash.
Coach
The
Sophia
final point.
is saying stop, stop, but it looks like she wanted another one, and she got it.
She got it in a great rhythm. It's one of the things that she does well. In short spurts, she can play some great tennis. I think this is actually really good for her to have that stoppage of play. They got a 5-point lead. Smash trying to put up their first win of the season. We'll come back to see if they can follow it up in their second women's singles bowl. We're inside the Intense Arena, where earlier tonight, the Rips picked up their first win of the season thanks to a huge performance by Noah Schachter, who caught up with Kelly Kroll after their first win.
Well, my goodness, first win of the season, Noah, that had to feel amazing, especially how satisfying after all that you had to go through in this arc.
Yeah, I feel like it was a little personal for me because I feel like we got cheated out of some points early on, but it actually fueled me, and I feel like, especially in doubles, I was able to like hit a few 2-pointers, and then Fab and Allie helped me out and served unbelievable. And sorry, I lost my voice, but yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Definitely very happy. It was an emotional night. So many things going against them. Had to fight through it. And they were down for so long when they finally retook the lead at the very end. They just powered right through. Outriders couldn't handle. The Smash now have their turn to try to get their first win of the season. Delaney Hewitt up against Malkia Nagonoway. Nagonoway brings her in, volley back, +2 altitude.
Always a good day, JY, when you lose your voice out of excitement and out of getting a win.
Absolutely. The altitude are very good at doing that. They're going to bring all the energy all the way through. No one has been able to match their energy. They've been able to match their tennis, but the energy, they are the leaders in that, as Hewitt's going to serve up a 4-point lead. 5 now for the Smash. Big serve by Hewitt, set up beforehand, inside out. Going to take that volley out of the air. +2 for the smash. 7-point lead.
And I like the way she didn't overplay that. She didn't overdo it. Actually thought she might hit a swinging volley, but much smarter for her and just more compact to hit a volley there. Really good by Dee.
Great serve. Going to it, chips it back.